So I'm gonna need you to explain it to me like I'm 10. I want you to really break this down to me like I'm 10 years old and tell me why ICE agents zip tying black babies in Chicago, because I can't for the life of me understand why this happened. Why was this necessary? These are black babies.
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No, not this time. It's totally made up. Pure fiction.
How about I explain it to you like you were raised by two lesbian chicks who mod on Reddit? Would that be an improvement? Or would that be worse? Or maybe a lateral parental situation than the statistical probability that I know that you were not raised with a dad? Because he would have said, stop being a Democrat. Stop buying Democrat propaganda, weirdo. But anyway, this is the talking point that the lefty has been, lefty everything, by the way. Social media, print, television, everything's been, oh my God, Blotto Blumps, racist Gestapo Nazis. They detained American citizen children, handcuffed them, zip-tied them in Chicago so they could arrest a few gang members. You're leaving out a lot of things, by the way. You have an apartment complex that's completely inundated. There's dozens of terrorists. The gang members that you're talking about, designated Venezuelan terror gang members. So, yeah, we got to get those out of there. And Chicago is Antifa. The mayor, the chief of police, the local PD in Chicago, they're Antifa. They let the terrorists in, so they're not going to get the job done. I don't like what we have to do to clean up this mess that these lefties have perpetuated and perpetrated on places like Chicago. But this is where we're at. You can't just let the terror gangs take over the place. And remember, Martha Raddatz telling everybody, hey, what's the big deal? There are no terrorism's gangs in Colorado. Okay, fine, there are some terrorism's gangs in Colorado, but they're only taking over a few apartment complexes. You want to keep going down that road? You want to keep going down that road? I don't like what we have to do, but we can't keep doing what they've done. That's insane. So anyway, they've been all screaming that Donald Trump's Gestapo terrorists, they zip-tied children. Now we're a week out from the story, by the way. And there hasn't been a single video of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people in this apartment complex with their Obama phones. Nobody recorded anything until now. See, there we go. Jon Stewart was right, boys. Right? Look at this. ICE. They throwing grandmas onto linoleum and zip tying American children. Got you, Nazi terrorists. Oh, record scratch.
Meanwhile, this is what's happening to black children in our neighborhoods.
Hey, so all right, so apparently my video yet going viral again, saying that ICE is detaining kids. So they're using that picture, which is my video, of me and my son playing cops and robbers.
Not wrong. Oh, man, come on. Now, this has 1.6. This is our girl, Stephanie, over here. The video where the comp is like, no, this is me playing cops and robbers with my kid. This is what we should be striving for. Dads in this community playing with their kids. But nope. You guys under a psychological weaponized Democrat op over here. And no, you're going to get, now look at this. They're arresting black kids. They're arresting. No, that's not at all what's happening. This video's been seen millions of times over here. And this video's been seen 1,000 times. That's the problem in this information era, this warfare. So, all the politicians, all the talking heads, all the Hollywood weirdos, all of the morons on social media, all screaming, this is it. This is where we're at right now. See, we told you it was Nazi ICE Gestapo. No, it was a dad playing with his kid. It was a black white supremacist cop dad playing with his kid. And you have somehow turned it in to more fuel to get ICE killed while they're carrying out a mandate of the electorate. That's the actual fascism that's going on. All you goofballs screaming fascism, all you idiots using terms that you don't understand, You are trying to override the will of the people who just overcame a clearly rigged election in order to enforce the policies that we demand. Nothing that's happening right here should be shocking to you. We have been demanding, cheering, and promoting these policies while Donald Trump has been in office for almost 10 years, by the way. This is what we wanted in 2016. Enforce the border, round up illegal aliens, kick them out of this country. None of this should be surprising to you. Instead, you idiots said the border's totally secure. You flooded us with tens of millions of people. And then you said, well, you ain't going to be able to get rid of them now. Wait, are you going to activate the military? Yeah, we will activate the military. Oh my God, the military's rounding up little Blix kids. They are using propaganda. This guy will not make a video saying, oh crap, I screwed up, guys. He ain't going to do that. He ain't interested in that. He's interested in the clicks because the clicks bring in money. And the clicks that are stupid bring in the most amount of money. You don't have to like what's going on with ICE. You don't have to like federales in Chicago or Portland. You don't have to like this apartment complex being raided and people being pulled out of their houses. Yeah. I get it. I don't like it either. But I don't like you inundating us with tens and tens and tens of millions of people so that you can take over the voting demographics of a perpetual underclass that's dependent on the Democrats in order to steal elections into perpetuity, forever. That's what's happening. You inundated us. There's tens and tens of millions of people in here, and they're already stealing our vote by getting representation for illegal aliens in places like California. And you said it wasn't happening. And then you said you can't deport the illegal alien terrorist, wife-beaten dad. You can't get nothing. It's a Maryland dad. See, you see how this works out? So all the people screaming, oh, you guys, oh, you can't do this, you can't do this. They inundated us. They opened our borders up to an invasion, and they still give aid and cover to it today. And now they're using propaganda. Propaganda. That is a dude playing with his kid. And they're saying, see, look, John Leibowitz over here telling millions of people who get their news from Comedy Central that you are morally in the right because Donald Trump's Nazi Gestapo are arresting kids. So keep doing what you've been doing. What they've been doing is terrorism, by the way. And it's, again, based on that. And again, you did this to us. There is no clean way to get rid of tens of millions and millions and millions of people that you let into this place, gave aid and cover to, gave our tax money to, and are now obstructing us getting rid of. There's no easy, clean, simple, constitutional way to do that. We're in war. But there you go. There you go. That dude's like, that's my video. I'm playing with my kid. Oh my God, Ziz. This is just how Hitler started. Idiots. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching the video. Supporting the channel. We kept up to date. On the left, sabotaging our country. Hit that subscribe button and make way because the soul must flow.